everybody, we're taking a look at the S&P 500 as we get ready to trade April week 1, 2021. Let's start off looking at the schedule. This weekend we started the Passover holiday. Next weekend we will see the Easter holiday with markets closed on Friday for Good Friday. The days in between, Monday through Thursday, that the market's going to be open. Monday, the 29th, tomorrow is going to be the last day to trade stocks and have them settle in March and Q1. Even though we're trading the 30th and the 31st on Tuesday and Wednesday, stock trades aren't going to settle until the ones on Tuesday will settle on Thursday. They'll settle within this week on April 1st, but the ones on Wednesday, those won't settle until the following week. So there might even be some micro behavior that we can sense between the way things go on Tuesday and Wednesday, even just because of that particular thing that's going to happen, where stock trades on Tuesday will settle on Thursday. Anyway, waiting for my grandfather clock to go off in the background here. All right. On Wednesday, the 31st, whatever's going to be going on that day, as we get to the end of the day, the market is going to know that there are some important data points coming out overnight. Manufacturing PMIs come out from around the globe, finally ending with our own here in the U.S. at 9:45 and 10. Now, what could happen is this. Maybe we're going to rally big on Monday and then sell off Tuesday and sell off Wednesday morning, but start to short cover ahead of this, because these PMIs have been getting stronger and stronger, and people don't want to be a short ahead of this. Or the opposite could happen. Maybe we're going to be rallying, and we're going to start seeing money really come off the table in a heavy way on Wednesday as we head into this, as people take risk off just in case those aren't as good as we thought. And finally, as we get to Thursday, I want to see us close at another weekly all-time closing high. We just put in a new one on Friday at the 39.74s. On Thursday, we're going to be looking to see if we are below 39.74, can we make it back up above it? If we are well above 39.74 and start to sell off to end next week, are we going to hold a close above there? Okay, so let's take a look at the charts. Here is the intraday chart. Here was our move on Friday. This was ridiculous. We were coming right up and sitting here right at this level that I gave you as the big level for the day, because it was our weekly all-time closing high. It also happened to be where the top of our bear fork was on Friday, 39.43s. And you can see we churned and churned and churned for about an hour and then sold off. It looked like we were going to break down to a new low of the day with this little move here. This was crazy. This really, really crushed all the premium in a bunch of options. But then we turned and look at this move that took us back to 39.43, and then boom, this move here between, what time was this? Between 3:30, between 3:25 and 3:30, boom, this move that took us all the way up here. The entire day doubled up from here. So if you waited the entire day for this move to happen, for this level to be taken out, you made just as much money as the people who bought this dip and got to here. So that's how you see these double up moves happen. And at the end of the day, we came all the way up to a high at 39.78 and change, and we closed at a new all-time closing high, as well as a weekly all-time closing high, because we beat this close from the 17th, which was our current daily all-time closing high at the time. So our new weekly and daily all-time closing high, 39.74.54. That means if we continue the rally on Monday, we have to close above Friday's close, at least on Monday. If we don't make a new high on Monday, a new all-time high, it's not as important, but if at any point during this week, if we make a new all-time high above 39.83, we have to close at least that day above 39.74.54. Okay, so let's face it. We've got this outstanding all-time high from ES that we have to settle, and I'm sure it's probably going to get settled tonight when futures open. I bet you we gap up open above this, or we gap up open right near it and take it out in the first 30 minutes on Monday and take care of this. Also, because Monday is the last day to trade stocks and have them settle in the quarter and the month, I think this move that we saw start at the end of the day on Friday is just going to get continued, because why not? It's just going to make those statements go out to your clients and make them look better and better. The higher we can get the markets on Monday, the better. So I think we're probably going to take a run at 4,000. If we get above 4,000, we're going to be aiming at 40.19. 40.19 would be plus 7% on the year. Back here, it's plus 6% on the year, 39.82. This is where our last two highs kind of have thrown themselves against and failed. A combination of the 80 handle rule, failing at 39.80 before we can cross the bridge at 4,000, and the fact that it's plus 6% on the year. So our next move up would take us to 40.19. I think at minimum, maybe even a little higher than that. You know, they love to go to those 20 and 25 um, option strikes. So, you know, 40-20, 40-25 would make a lot of sense to kind of try to make a move against those in the options. So that makes a lot of sense as well. If I'm wrong about this, if that move on Friday was the best we're going to get, and we're making maybe a lower high and doing sort of a double top thing here, it's not going to be a double top until we fall back below the low we set last week. So if we are going to fail here and not make a new high, if we're going to gap down open in some sort of way on Monday, and that the selling and the profit taking has already begun, that this move on Friday was it, that's all we're going to get. We'll know it if we come down and we break Friday's halfway back at 39.4766 plus our 39.43 level. And then our 10-day simple moving average will be rising up, will be right below there. And then finally, the halfway back on last week's range comes in right now as of this move that we had at the end of the day on Friday at 39.15. 39.15s have always been a huge consolidation level going all the way back to the start of February. And just below that will be the 20-day. And if all this stuff breaks, then you know we're probably going to test and break, because we're going to end up breaking the 50-day. We're going to test, and we're probably going to break last week's low. That's the only way you're going to confirm a double top, okay, is if we come in lower on Monday and this all breaks and we eventually wind up back below last week's low, and we end the month of March selling off maybe down all the way down here to test the March low. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the rally is going to continue on Monday just because it's so easy to take care of this level here. And then come Tuesday, when we're all the way up here, we're going to be back testing and trying to hold above Friday's close, and that's going to be our big line in the sand and our level to keep holding. And if that breaks, then we start getting into the dirty, the dirty deeds of having to go through the SMAs and these halfway backs and all this other stuff that I just talked to you about. One final thing I want to show you, of course, is the fork chart, the simplified daily chart that we use to study SMAs. We throw these forks on here to help guide us along, and we know that the median line of our major bull fork has been a place where all the highs have eventually gravitated to. Starting Monday, that would have to be all the way up at 41.17 and rising. I don't think that this is the plan for spring break while everybody's off. I don't think the bosses have authorized anybody to take it to 4,100 while they're at their houses in the Hamptons. I don't think so. But if it is, that's where we're going to be headed to. I think what's more likely is that like I said, we take that look at 4,000 to 4,019, 20, 25, something like that, maybe right up into here. And then we spend our time coming back down and trying to hold above this big, strong close that we had on Friday. But if we were to come out of the gate weak, maybe all it's going to take is a back test above the 10-day simple moving average, which is going to start aligning to the top of this bear fork on Monday. Probably right about here. The bear fork's going to be 39.30, 39.37, but I think the 10-day is going to be more in line with that 39.43 level. So if we come back down and test that level one more time, like I said, that was the huge breakout point of the rally to begin with. If we were to come back down here and test this one more time on Monday, this would be like your second chance to have gotten in on this deal that everybody else got, but you didn't. I would be very surprised to see this move happen, but if it does, this would be an awesome and excellent buying opportunity. I think the 10-day is going to be all the way up here. Maybe it'll be almost like a magnet to come back and back test the outside of that bear fork. And as long as that holds, you've got a great entrance, and we're probably going to come up and solve all the world's problems, solve our outstanding all-time high with the ES, cross 4,000, get to that 40.25 as the week ends, and wind up closing this next week to go into the Easter holiday with a weekly close above 4,000. Wouldn't that be something? But at any rate, as long as we close the week out next week above where we closed this week out, above 39.74.54, then I think we will continue the rally once again into April week 2. Okay, I hope this video helped you out and gave you a good idea of where we're at and where we're going and what to look for next. Have a great rest of your weekend. Good luck and good trading.